This screenshot you can see here has caused a lot of controversy in the YouTube creators community. Yes, and this has actually prompted the YouTube team to send a constructive feedback in order to clarify this policy that is yet to go live on the 15th of July 2025. And here in today's video, I'll be showing you the exact feedback that the YouTube team has actually sent in. So without wasting much of your time, guys, we'll be going straight into my computer. So I'll be showing you the exact thing that YouTube has said. So guys, we're on my computer screen now, and as you can see, here is an expose that was made by the YouTube team. This post was made on the 10th of July 2025, and I read, it says, creators, let's clear up some confusion on our minor July 15th YPP, that is the YouTube Partner Program update. And if you can see there, a link was provided. We'll be coming to that link shortly. It further reads, it's not a new policy. Remember guys, it's not a new policy. We're just clarifying our repetitive content policy includes mass-produced content that's already against the rules. So guys, what this thing is trying to tell us is that there is no new policy that is coming on board. Rather, it's a clarification of what an already existing policy. Yes, this is what we call a modification of an already existing rule or policy. So for clearer understanding, guys, let's quickly click on this link that was provided by the YouTube team. So clicking on the link, it brings us up to this interface that says response to creator questions about the YPP policy for July 2025. It says, hi creators, we've seen a confusion about a minor YPP update coming July 15th and wanted to share more information and answer top questions we have seen. Yes, like I've said, it has caused a lot of controversy in the YouTube space. So here is the first question. What's changing in July 15th? This is very important. It says, to be clear, we are not introducing a new YPP policy. This is a minor update to our long-standing, in quotes, repetitious content guideline. Yes, we regularly update and evolve our policy based on the content on what YouTube. So I see a lot of people coming to my DM asking me, are AI channel going to be demonetized come 15th of July? So basically, these are to answer some of those questions, which will also go deep into it. So this is what YouTube is driving at. They are not bringing in new policy. Rather, they are just making amends, or they are just upgrading or updating the policy that's already standing. So to read on, it says, and this update is to clarify that this policy includes content that is mass produced or repetitive. This has already been in existence. That is when you get content without adding significant value to those contents. And it further says, which is content viewers often consider what as spam. This content has already been ineligible for what monetization, as we have also required content to be original and what authentic for the YouTube partner program. We are also renaming this policy from repetitious content to what inauthentic content. So this is where you need to pick a point. What is changing in July? They are changing a particular policy which is called the repetitious content into what inauthentic content. And here's the final one. It says these guidelines apply regardless of how the content was made. And earlier I talked about reused content, and here is a question for that. Does this relate to what reused content? A big question. Here is an answer provided by the YouTube team. There are no changes to our reused content policy which guides commentary, clips, compilations, and what reaction content. This content can continue to monetize if you have added what significant original commentary, modification, or educational or entertainment value to the original video. As you can see, guys, talking about the reused content, this policy does not even affect the reused content. This policy does not have anything to do with reused content. The policy for reused content is still standing. So each time you do reaction video, compilations, clips, or word reaction, ensure that you add more commentaries or make it more educational or entertaining so that it will not be flagged as what reused content. Here is another big question that has been flooding into my DM. Will using AI in my content be a violation of what inauthentic content? Let's read on. We welcome creators using AI to enhance their what storytelling, and channels that use AI in their content remain what eligible to monetize. All AI channels must follow our what monetization policy, and creators are required to disclose when their realistic content is altered or what synthetic. I've explained this in subsequent videos. Each time you use an AI tool to alter a particular image, for example, you use a particular figure or a celebrity, or you use a figure that already exists and brings that figure into AI, and you make that figure say something they are not supposed to say or they did not actually say, most especially for folktale channels when they use character to tell stories. So each time you do that, you need to tell YouTube that this content is actually what an altered or what a synthetic content. So let me quickly show you an example of what this means. So each time you use an AI to create content and you are uploading your video, when you get to this point that says altered content, ensure to click this option that says yes. Do any of this following describe your content? Make a real person appears to say something they didn't say or do. So each time you have any of these in your videos, ensure to use this option, which is the yes, so that your channel will not be flagged for the violation of one of YouTube monetization what policies. And finally, guys, here are some questions that people has been asking. Can you give some example of what is considered as mass-produced content? And YouTube has also provided an answer for that. It says, a few examples of mass-produced content may include a channel that uploads narrative stories with only superficial differences between them. Another example is a channel that uploads slideshows that all have what the same narrations. So once you do that, it appears as what mass-produced content. And remember, guys, I'll be explaining all of these options in depth in different videos on this channel. So with all that being said, guys, we have successfully come to the end of this video on this particular topic. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section and I'll be readily available to respond. And if you're new to my channel, you're welcome. My name is Gideon. And if you find value in this content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, now will be the right time for you to hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification so that you get notified each time I create an amazing content just like so. I still remain your virtual assistant Gideon, and see you in my next video.